Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Mana Cave. My name is Ed.
And I'm Travis.
And today we are playing a Duel Decks, one of the new Duel Decks that Magic releases. This is going to be Merfolk versus Goblins.
This is probably the one I'm the most excited about for being a sealed, or what do they call them,
like a pre-constructed. Yeah.
Yes. Usually I'm kind of
because you're a fan of the Goblins. You created Goblin decks in the past.
I had a Goblin token mostly, but then I tried doing pure Goblin and it didn't work as well as the token one did. But I like Goblin decks. So I like monocolored decks too sometimes. You know?
So are you going to play the Goblins or the Merfolk?
I thought I was actually thinking of like, I'm gonna be funny and we should switch.
We should switch. I
didn't want to.
Yeah.
So we didn't.
My big thing was I didn't want to lose to the blue deck. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like I'm pretty sure I'm gonna lose to the agri red deck, but I didn't want to be like, yeah, let's switch for fun, and then I lose to the blue deck anyways, because that would be. But yeah. But I knew you were looking forward to playing Goblins.
I like this deck. It's not great because again, it still is a constructed deck. And it's not great, but this is pretty good. There are some good staples in there. There's at least one copy of Goblin Grenade.
This is
one copy of Goblin Grenade, which I get. It's supposed to make it a balanced game, so you don't want to like load it with Goblin Grenade. It's like Goblin Grenade, Goblin Grenade. You did.
Now that's one of the ones you already have a playset of from one of your previous
yes.
Decks that you built. Now, which destroyed me. But you were talking about actually taking this deck and gutting it a bit for, because this is the first time that we've both ended up buying the same. Normally, one of us would buy it and then we'd play it on like the Mana Cave or something like this.
Yeah.
But this time, you've actually bought yourself your own copy of it so that you could use the Goblins for building. What was it, a Commander deck?
Commander deck. Yeah. I mean, I kind of have a modern Goblin deck, but this has a lot of cards that were generally too expensive to buy before. But I got the set for $20 Canadian.
Yeah.
And like I'm going to trade in all the. Which all those crappy Merfolk.
Like 16 US or something? 15, like 16, something like that US. So
we went down again at some point.
Oh, did we? Okay.
Down 70 something, I don't know.
And I, of course, am playing Merfolk because it's blue, and that's just what I do here on the Mana Cave. So
what you do blue.
We've determined our opening hands.
Can I say, though, real quick, this box is terrible.
It's
maybe you didn't bend it enough, but this is...
It doesn't... I'm sure once the cards are in here, it's fine. But yeah, it's not even closing properly. There's a couple things. Okay, now, we really enjoy these decks, and we're not going to like just trash them. But it's the small things, I think, that bother us. Like the box, for example. The other thing is as well, too, on the packaging, at least the packaging I had for Merfolk vs. Goblins, that showed like the spin down counters, which we have right here. Now, on the box, it showed a blue one, presumably for Merfolk, and a red one, presumably for Goblins. But when I opened it up, it was a blue and it was a black one, which it doesn't matter because we're going to be using these anyways for keeping score.
Cool symbol.
Yeah, and they don't have the symbol, and it's not even what it showed on the box. Like, you know what I mean? I know that happens, but it's those small things which irritate me more, I think, than other things. So, but overall, I did like the deck lists.
Yeah.
They seem like they'll be fun to play. So we're going to dig in now. We did determine opening hands.
Yeah.
We have not determined who's going to play first, though. And this is going to be a best out of 3.
Yeah.
So we've talked about this before. When we're going to do best out of 3s, we're still going to read off the card when we see it for the first time fully. And then if we encounter it in later games or even later on in the same game, we'll just sort of gloss over it a bit.
You remember this guy kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you'll remember Goblin Grenade.
Okay, so roll 2 for...
Sure, can I steal some here?
Yeah, go ahead. Steal. That's why
there's still one being red and purple.
There you go.
Oh,
beat 11.
8.
Can't do it. Can't. I don't know. I'm so cocky. I think I won the roll last time and I lost horribly. Okay, so we did keep our opening hands.
We did.
So I know what this is. We're going to show our opening hands as well too. We're not going to forget that, which we've done in the past. I'm just going to make sure I don't draw too many cards.
I'm going to have this set so it looks nice.
And you show first. You might as well show first. I'll look away.
There's my opening hand. I'll tilt it a bit. It's not terrible, not great. There's stuff to do. All right, hands down.
My turn? Okay.
They're diverted.
And this is my opening hand. And hopefully the glare is not catching it, so I'll be able to put a graphic up for it. And yeah, it's not once again, not the best, but because it's best 2 out of 3, I think I'm hoping to draw into some good stuff as well, too. So, okay.
More forgiving?
Okay. So we're going to, the collective we, as in me and my peeps out there, are going to play an island. I'm going to pass the turn to you.
I'm going to draw a card. This is my right. I'm going to play a pretty mountain and pass to you.
Ooh.
It's got a lot of green on it for being mountain, but
See,
it's
I was
pretty.
super worried that you were going to start off like mountain, boom, goblin, first goblin right away, because that's kind of an aggro-y deck, right? So
I don't know that it is. Normally, you would be very, very aggro in this, but I don't know necessarily this one is all that aggro.
okay, I'm going to play a Blighted Cataract. It is a land. I can tap it for colorless, or I can pay 5/1 blue, sacrifice it, and draw 2 cards. I'm not going to cast anything. I'm just going to pass it to you. A little worried that I didn't shuffle this because when they come right out of the box, all the lands are together, and you really got to shuffle them up good. I'm kind of worried at this point that I didn't shuffle them up quite as well as I should have.
I dropped the exact same mountain.
Okay.
I will tap both for the Warren Instigator. He is 2 red. He's Goblin Berserker. He's 1/1 double strike. But whenever he deals damage to an opponent, I may put a Goblin creature card from my hand onto the battlefield. This is the one that's like an $8 card, which is almost like, this is why I chose to actually buy the set instead of just build
and that's the foil. That's the foil that
they
printed as foil. Yeah, it's almost
buddy.
There's not an actual commander to that deck because it's not a commander deck, but it's essentially the leader of that deck.
Yeah.
Really.
Well, he's not even a legendary creature.
No.
So I do pass 2 though.
Okay, well, this could be interesting. Alrighty. I'm going to play an island. I'm going to tap 3, including 2 blue, and play a Streambed Aquatex, which I guess is they're like an architect, but they do whatever. It is a 2/3 Merfolk Scout. I can tap it, target Merfolk creature, gains +1/+1, and gains Island Walk at the end of turn, or I can tap it and target land becomes an island until end of turn. So a little bit of sneaky Island Walk that could be going on.
There's a lot of that in your deck, actually.
And the good thing is, even though it's easily killed with burn, it is a 2/3, which means it can block and survive against a double strike creature. So I'm going to pass the turn to you now, sir. This is the other thing I forgot to mention. We've also changed the tables for the 3rd time in the Mana Cave because the first one moved too much, the second one creaked constantly, and then this one should be fine. Though I just heard it creak, but that was because I put extra weight on it. So sorry, Travis. I'm probably holding you up.
Another mountain.
Is my Merfolk going to meet a fiery end?
No. And I'm choosing not to attack, so I'm just going to tap 3 for the Bogart Brute. He's a 3/2 goblin with Menace.
Ooh.
Otherwise, he's just a Menace. So 1
also
and 3.
known as Menace.
Menace means he can't be blocked except by 2 or more creatures. So
yes.
He's pseudo evasion, they call it. It's not quite flying, but
yeah,
it's nice.
Still good. It's still good.
Pass to you.
It's useful with a lot of things. So, okay, I'm going to draw, of course. Okay, so this could be interesting. I'm going to play an island. I'm going to tap 1 blue, and I'm going to cast Aquatex Will. It's right on flavor and theme with the old Streambed Aquatex. Now, put a flood counter on target land. That land is an island in addition to its other types for as long as it has a flood counter on it. If you control a Merfolk, which I do, draw a card. So I'm going to put it on that mountain there. I'm going to put, this will be the flood counter. That's a big old, so we know it's there. It's a big old, I know it's going to be in your way and I apologize. But.
So does it still count as a mountain though? Mountain
It is still a mountain, yes, but it's also, it is, in addition to its other types, it's also an island. So, but that also enables Island Walk. Now I get to draw a card because I do control a Merfolk.
Yes, you do. Crazy Merfolk that he is.
I'm going to tap 2 blue and 1 colorless and cast Streambed Aquatex, which we've seen before. I'm going to keep up my blockers. I'm not going to get aggressive yet. I'm going to pass the turn to you.
Okay.
As well, too, we have a light off camera that has a little fan that goes off once it heats up, and I've learned that it does not get picked up by the microphone. So in the future, you'll never hear us reference it again because we hear it quite clearly, but the microphone seems to not pick it up. So sorry.
Another mountain. And I'm going to tap 4.
All 4
for Kranko. Kranko Mob Boss. Legendary creature, Goblin Warrior. I can tap him to create X 1/1 Goblin creature tokens, where X is the number of goblins I control. He's nice. He will be the commander of my goblin.
I just spat. I was so gobstruck by that.
If I attack with him, you can double block and kill him. because you have to double block anyway, where I can only kill one of those. I am just going to pass the turn to you.
You're just going to pass the turn to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm building myself an army worthy of Mordor. Which is on flavor because they were goblin.
Okay, I'm going to play an island. Just looking at your creatures there. So it's a 3/3, it's a 1/1, and it's a 3/2. Okay. Okay, well, this may be a bit premature. No, I'm not going to do that because I think that would be a very bad idea on my part. I'm going to instead do something that's super exciting and just pass the turn back to Travis. Damn. I did not think this was going to be like a deadlocky type game, but it may end up being. It may end up being.
All right, so I'm going to tap 4 to cast Goblin Raise Runners, or Razor Runners. He would be a 3/4 goblin. I can tap 1 in red, sacrifice a land, and put a +1 counter on him, and at the beginning of my end step, I may have him deal damage equals number of +1/+1 counters to target player. Does that resolve?
That resolves, my friend.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it would make sense. That's what you were worried about, right? Because of the counter spell, because holding up all that mana. So
yeah.
Okay.
You have another spell I'm pretty sure you have in your hand, and you're just waiting to go off with it.
I'm scared of your board, is what I'm scared of.
There is a bounce all creature, I think, one in your hand. I think.
There is?
In your hand, in your deck, pardon me.
Okay.
So
I was like, that's awesome, dude.
Silly as it may be, goes against my better nature to pass, but I will.
Okay. This is what I'm going to do. So we're at your end step?
We're at my end step.
Okay. I'm going to tap Stream Bed to target Merfolk creature gets +1/+1 and gains Island Walk in a turn. So I'm going to give him +1/+1.
Okay.
So now he is a 3/4. I'm going to tap him and give him +1/+1. So now he is a 4/5. I'm then going to tap 4 and cast Engulf the Shores, return to their owner's hands all creatures with toughness less than or equal to the number of islands you control. I control 4.
Yeah, I knew I was walking into some fun like that.
So he's going to stay. This affects me as well, too. So he is going to go back to my hand. Now, that affects, I believe, all of your creatures.
Yeah,
correct?
I mean, I could tap him to create 4, but they'd all just die anyway.
Yeah.
I should do it just to be funny, but...
Okay, so I'm returning Streambed Aquatex to my hand. And now, how many cards do you have in hand?
7.
Damn it. I was hoping to do a little bit of, discard.
Black in your blue?
Yeah, whatever. But I guess it's not going to happen. Anyways, Engulf the Shores goes there. Okay. So now it's my turn.
Didn't even get to use Cranko.
Your board was scary. Scary. I needed to do something. Otherwise, I was in deep, deep trouble. I can untap him. And cast an island. Or play an island, not cast it. Move to combat.
Sure.
Swing in for 2.
Take 2.
Okay.
Drop to 18.
Going to tap 2, 3, 4, 5, and cast Ink Fathom Divers. It's a 3/3 Merfolk soldier with Island Walk. When it enters the battlefield, I can look at the top 4 cards in my library, put them back in any order. So I'm going to do that. And I'm going to put them back in this order. Okay.
I think you only have 1 copy of that in your deck, I think.
This, the Engulf the Shore, I'm pretty sure I do. Most of the rare cards, they only give you 1 copy of. So at this point, I'm going to pass the turn to you, sir.
Okay, so play another mountain.
We mentioned at the beginning of this, at least we know we're not going to get color screwed in this game. And we haven't been land screwed either, so
1, 2, 3, 4 for Cranko.
Okay.
Because he is 4. He is 4. And then 1, 2 for the Warren Instigator. Explained them both before, but there they both are. Pass back to you.
Pass back to me.
None of them have haste.
Okay. So I'm going to tap 3. And I'm going to cast Claustrophobia, enchant creature. When enchanted creature enters the battlefield... when Claustrophobia enters... Excuse me. I'm a burp. When Claustrophobia enters the battlefield, tap enchanted creature. Enchanted creature doesn't untap during its controller's untap step. So I'm going to put that on him.
I bet you are.
So tap him. And it's weird that you mentioned Claustrophobia just a
there
little
are a few
while
cards
ago, right?
I knew to be
You
worried
seem to
about
know
in
this
your
deck better than I do, so I'm like, ooh, that's in this deck.
Because I knew that was the answer to that. I knew that was the answer to having lots of tokens out.
And I'm going to then tap 2 blue and 1 of whatever and bring out another Streambed Aqueducts.
Oh, you got all
Aquatex,
that. Oh, you had them
sorry.
Right.
And then I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to swing in with Ink Fathom Divers.
I'm just going to take this point. 2 points.
3.
3?
Yeah, it's a 3/3.
Oh, boy.
And he's got Island Walk as well, too, so he wouldn't be able to block.
No choice.
Yeah. Because of the flood counter on his mountain, if you guys
18 down to 15.
call from earlier. So I'm going to pass the turn to you now.
See, I don't have enough burn just yet for this to be a properly functioning deck.
Now, one of the advantages I have right now is the fact that I do know some of the cards in your hand from sending them back. So
I'm attacking with my Goblin Berserker. He's going berserk.
okay, I'm going to possibly regret this. No, I'm gonna block just with I'm gonna block with this one, the one that's got Summoning Sickness.
Okay. I'm going to tap 2 to cast Brute Strength. Target creature gets +1/+3 and gains Trample. So he's going to
I wanted to. I was thinking of blocking with both.
It's going to become a 4, 2, 5/2, 4/2.
4/2. Okay.
4/2 with double strike.
Okay.
And Trample. Trample, I think, is going to be important here.
Yes.
Yes. So
I'm going to mitigate it just a little bit. I'm going to tap him to give him +1/+1. So now he is going to be a 3/4. Now that's not going to stop him from dying in the initial double strike, but it is going to stop the first amount of damage to go coming through.
yes.
Okay, so go to damage. First strike damage goes first, and then the Aquatech dies, and I receive no damage. However, because he's got trample and double strike, I'm still taking 4. And that's going to trigger his effect. Is that correct?
Yes. So his effect, once again, is whenever he deals combat damage to an opponent, I may put a Goblin creature card from my hand onto the battlefield.
Okay, so I'm going down to 16. You're going to get a free creature out there.
My Raz Runners, my Brute Strength goes to the graveyard.
Yikes.
Then what do I want to do? Then I want to tap 3 for the Goblin Rabblemaster.
Okay.
Goblin Rabblemaster is a Goblin Warrior, is only 2/2, but other goblins I control attack each turn in Fable. Wait, that's not good. At the beginning of combat on my turn, I create a 1/1 red token with haste, and whenever he attacks, he gets +1 for each other attacking goblin.
Okay.
And then I'm tap 1 for the Goblin Glory Chaser.
Oh my goodness.
Pardon me. Another 1/1 Goblin Warrior. He has Renown 1. And as long as it has Renown, so Renown I should say, goes back to, I believe, Origins. Whenever this creature attacks or deals combat damage to a player, if it's renowned, if it's not renowned, put a +1 counter on it. It only happens once.
Yeah.
So he could become a 2/2, but he has glory. He has glory, and he has menace if he has that counter on it for being renowned.
And this is very much what I expected with the Goblin deck. Being able to just pump out a bunch of creatures and get it out there. Like, this is sort of the theme, I think, of a deck like this is aggro, a lot of attacking creatures. Okay.
Yeah, but when you have like your nice setup of 4 creatures and they get bounced, that's not aggro.
I think, should I actually get Engulf the Shores in the second game of this match. I might hold on to it a little bit longer. I think I maybe now I'm worried I used it just a bit prematurely. Okay. So I have choices. Not a whole lot of them are good. None of these creatures have menace. They're all going to be forced to attack.
They're all going to be forced to attack, yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm worried. And I even know what the next two cards on the top of my deck are. I'm going to... Yikes. This is not the greatest. I'm going to pay 3, including 2 blue, and cast another copy of the Stream Bed Aquatex.
Yet another.
Yep. And I'm just going to hold up a bunch of blockers and pass the turn to you. Back on the defense. I was able to get some damage in on you.
You were?
It's always so bad when I see someone counting mana. It makes me break out in a cold sweat. I don't think Fireball's in this deck.
No. I'm going to tap 2 to cast the Goblin War Driver.
What does he do?
He has a battle cry. Whenever this creature attacks, each other attacking creature gets +1/+0.
Okay. I'm going to pay 2.
Scatter Essence.
Does he have haste?
No, he does not have haste.
No, it's whenever he attacks?
Whenever he attacks.
Yeah, I'm still going to Scatter Essence that because that could get out of hand. So, counter target creature spell. Now, I don't know if you cast that to bait my Scatter Essence?
No,
okay.
I knew you got Scatter Essence.
Okay, I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure if it was like, okay, because I wasn't sure if that was a test creature to see if I had Scattered Essence, and then he's going to cast something that's way scarier.
No, I'm going to do something that would have been way scarier had he been out.
Okay.
I'm tapping to cycle Gem Palm Incinerator. When you cycle Gem Palm Incinerator, you may have it deal X damage to target creature, where X is the number of goblins in the battlefield. So it would have been one more.
Okay.
But this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage to target creature.
Okay.
I'm going to choose the 3/3's already kind of done his thing, but the 3 power is slightly more scary than those 2, which can give pluses. Sure, I'll take the 3/3.
Sure.
And I get a
that
draw a
was
card.
From
right? Because that's what
yes, that was from Onslaught, I believe. That was from the I believe that it was a set that only had creatures, so they added the cycling effects that had extra effects to sort of like mimic spells and stuff. So,
okay,
correct me if I'm wrong on that one.
So I am going to go to combat. So begin combat. I'm going to get a 1/1. He does not have haste though, right? With haste, he has haste.
Yep.
Yeah. So
yeah,
all other creatures must attack.
Oh, that's okay. I get his name now. So he basically gets everyone else to go in,
get him,
and he's just like, I'm out of this. I'm out of this. Okay.
I don't know why they're so mad.
You've got 2 mana still up, correct?
I do.
Can I see him for just a second? Sorry.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay. Well, I've got to block him. This is the guy with summoning sickness, and I'm going to block the guy, the 1/1.
Okay. So I'm going to tap 2, sacrifice a land with a flood counter on it.
Yes. Oh, so there goes my ability to Island Walk.
So he does get +1/+1, where he gets a +1 counter on him.
Yeah.
Okay. So 4, 5.
5 damage. And his ability triggers as well, too. Doesn't he have an ability where you can do...
At the end of my turn, isn't it?
Oh, okay.
Beginning of my end step, yeah.
Okay, so I take 5 and I'm down to 11 now.
They both die, though.
They both die.
2 goblins in the graveyard, including a very nice one.
Yes.
That I had no way to pump. So, I'm going to play another mountain.
Okay.
And I'm going to my end step, and I'll do 1 damage to you or a creature. Target player.
Target player, so I'm down to 10.
Ping you for 1.
Okay, so it's not great, but it's not as bad as it could have been. But you got 1 card left in hand as well too. So
yes.
Okay.
But Goblin Grenade is a sorcery, not an instant.
Okay. I'm going to draw a card. I'm going to then.
But I changed your battle plan when I took away that Island Walk, right?
I'm going to... Forget it. I'm going to go all in on this. Pay 2 blue, and then... No. You know what I'm going to do? I untap everything. You can do that. You can tap your land. You can untap it.
Turn it upside down if you really
Opponents
want.
just love it. If you just sit there and do this all day...
Just have them behind the creatures is all.
They won't call a judge eventually. I'm going to play an island, which is what I should have done before I started tapping lands. I'm going to tap 2 blue, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to cast Mind Spring, which is 2 blue and X, draw X cards.
Jeebus.
So I'm going to draw 5 cards.
Nice. Essentially replace your hand.
Okay. And... yeah, I'm going to keep my blockers and pass the turn to you, sir.
Untapping stuff. Unfortunately, not my awesome Cranko. Not loving this. I'm going to tap 3 to Ghost Fire. Ghost Fire is a useless, terrible card. It's colorless, though, so that's super important. It deals 3 damage to target creature or player. I'll choose...
Okay, so I'm going to, in response, I'm going to tap him and give him +1/+1 to make him a 3/4. So he's got 3 damage on him still, but he does survive. Unfortunately, he's not going to be able to block.
I forgot about that action. It's very nice. I have nothing really to respond to that. Other than he's one less blocker. Actually, no, I can wait till that happens. Go to combat.
We go to combat. Oh, you forgot to trigger, because you create a 1/1 goblin creature, correct?
Yes,
Yeah.
with haste. So
Yeah.
he's attacking. He has to attack.
Someone was already starting to write a comment in the comment section reminding us, but
About.
I caught it. About the trigger. The trigger effect.
Yeah.
So, okay. So I'm in an interesting position here because this is going to... You got mana up to give it another +1/+1 counter.
Yeah.
That's going to mean that it alone is going to be a 5/6, and then you'll be able to do 2 more damage. So that, if left unblocked, could end up doing a total of 7. Yeah, I'm gonna have to throw him under the bus. I can't take that damage. Now it's if he ends up doing damage to me, then that additional thing happens, right?
No, just at the beginning of my instead. For each counter I have on him.
Oh, okay. Well, I still have to do it because I can't afford to take that much damage. So he is currently
He's currently
4 or 5.
5.
Okay, so I just
So you could tap him to, I guess, get +1.
Yeah,
It's actually a nice blocking trade.
which is yeah, exactly. But it's not. Sadly, it's not going to make a difference. So
Okay.
instead, pre damage. Just on the odd chance you have something that does 1 damage, I'm going to pump him up 1 more.
Yep.
Okay. So I take 2 from the goblins, correct?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm down to 8. This dies, your guy lives.
Yep. So second main phase, I'm tapping 3. Do all tapped out to cast Bogart Brute.
Ah, the one with Menace.
The one with Menace. He was out earlier, didn't do much, kind of jumped back behind, got a little scared. For being a menacing goblin, he got a little scared. And then I just pass to you.
Okay. Oh, end of turn.
End of turn, pardon me, yes.
I take 1 damage.
1 damage. I am hellbent at this point. I'm out of cards.
Okay.
It's all out there.
That helps me make certain decisions, I guess. Okay. So I'm going to play an island. I'm going to... 3... I'm going to tap 6.
Oh.
To sacrifice the Blighted Cataract and draw 2 cards.
Smells like desperation in here. I shouldn't say that, because again, I've lost from some pretty, I would say, powerful positions.
Guys, at this point,
no,
I'm just
I'm
happy
not doing this to get you.
At this point, I'm just glad it's a best 2 out of 3. I'm going to tap 1 island and cast a Tidal Warrior, which is a 1/1, and I can tap it. Target land becomes an island until end of turn.
You have a lot of that
Pass turn to you.
shenanigans up.
Yeah, that's definitely a sort of a sub theme of this deck for sure. Is being able to slip in with Island Walk.
Pardon me. I'm going to tap 4 mana here.
Okay. I really wish you just drawn a land. Why can't you just draw a land?
A hasty creature, Goblin Ringleader, 2/2 with haste. When he enters the battlefield, I reveal the top 4 cards in my library. Put all Goblin cards revealed this way into my hand. The rest of the bottom library. Now here come, I'm sure the. No. Oh.
Hey! Yeah! Oh wait, no, hold on, 1 sec. Because is that tribal? That's tribal.
Is that a That works.
Now, it says Goblin cards, right?
Reveal all Goblin cards. Doesn't say creatures.
That's the thing. That's where the tribal spells. Tribal spells are spells that have a creature type, even though they are themselves are not creatures.
I haven't played any strict tribal, so I wasn't entirely sure about that.
Now, what was that card?
So I revealed Tarfire. Tarfire deals 2 damage to target creature or player.
That might be the nail. The nail in the coffin.
So, I think it's wisest to save it. No, because if I do it before combat, I think I have this, but
I'm pretty sure you do.
I'm pretty sure I do. So I'm just gonna flunge.
Okay.
He does
Goblin trigger as well too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it'd be 3 1/1s, a 2/2, a 3/2 Manache, a 4/5, and sure, a 1 2 3 4 5 6 8/2 with not trample. Goblin Rebel Master.
Oh, and you are going with the okay.
Well,
now anything pre blocks that you want to do.
1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Yeah, I'm gonna actually. Pre-blocks.
Okay.
I don't know if that was the best, but I think it was.
So then I will do the only thing that really makes sense for me to do. I will block the largest creature. What is it?
He gets +1/+0 for each attacking goblin, so he's like an 8/2. So if you don't block him, it's instant. Not that it matters, not to be.
I will block him. I don't think it's gonna matter. Yeah, no. I don't think it's gonna matter.
Because there's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Oh yeah, that does it. That does it, folks. I had so much card draw, and I was drawing so much land. But yeah, that just about did it for me. So luckily, it's the best 2 out of 3. I get a chance. The Merfolk do get another chance here. So we're going to shuffle up.
Take your claustrophobia back. Get it out of my sight.
We're going to shuffle up, deal out our hands again, and we're going to be back right after this magical edit. And we're back, and we've determined our opening hands. We are not opening hands. Yeah, I guess this would be still considered opening hands for game 2.
Yeah.
Neither of us are mulliganing.
Are you going to show?
You show first, and I will show after.
There's my hand again. Not insane, but I like it. There's stuff to do. That's like a direct quote, pretty much from what I said. All right, I'm down.
Okay.
I'm down, you're out.
So here's my opening hand. And I actually like this better than I like the original opening hand I had for game 1. Now, whether or not that means I do better or not, I'm not sure. So turn it so there's no glare, and hopefully I'm not covering up. I am covering up the name with my thumb. That's going to be great for when I'm trying to edit those graphics in. And so that's the opening hand. So we're going to see if we can do a little bit better this game than we did the first game. And, I lost, so I get to go first. Whew. Okay, I'm going to start off an island. Pass the turn to you. A very familiar
Draw.
turn 1 play.
Yeah, it's just familiar.
Should have asked more beer between games as well, too.
You always do that, man. You leave me high and dry. Literally. It's a very familiar island, or mountain. It's got the green on it, but I liked it. Pass back to you, sir.
Okay. It's not as quick of a start as
I didn't have
you
a
may
turn
expect.
1 play. I had a turn 3 play, I think. Maybe I had a turn 2. I think I scored a turn 2.
Okay, I'm going to play an island. And, yeah, I'm just going to pass the turn to you, Travis.
Okay. Another mountain. I'm going to tap 2 mountains to play a card that should be an instant, but it's a sorcery. Kranko's Command. Create 2 1/1 goblin creature tokens.
Oh, okay. Sorcerer speed, raise the alarm, but for goblins.
Yeah. Sorcerer speed, raise the alarm. Why can't it be exactly raise the alarm? If anything, I would think that red is the more aggro versus a red or white, so why can't that anyhow?
Because I think way back in the day, even down to a certain extent, it's the white is the color of the weenies. Like the little tiny,
goblins. Red.
Is it my turn? Sorry, I
It's your
missed
turn,
that. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to play an island, and I'm going to tap 3 to cast Scroll Thief. It is a 1/3 Merfolk Rogue. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, draw a card.
Nice.
I'll pass the turn to you, sir. Now, this is about the time in the first game where Travis's deck just started to go mental, so I'm a little bit worried now.
Lay the mountain. Definitely not going mental. I'll attack.
Travis, why are you making me make decisions? I will not block.
Okay.
I take 2.
You take just 2.
Oh, okay. I'm not sure if I was going to take 2 or a whole lot more. So I'm down to 18.
Okay, and then I will tap 1, 2, 3 for another familiar face, the Bogart Brute. 3/2 Manache.
Ah, yes. Yes, I see. Okay.
That's
So
2.
my turn?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to pay 3 and cast Merrow Regery? Sure. It's a Merfolk Soldier. It's a 2/2. Other Merfolk creatures you control get +1/+1. Whenever you cast a Merfolk spell, you may tap or untap target permanent.
That is very sweet.
So he is now a 2/4, and I'm going to move to combat.
Yep.
Swing in.
You get your card.
Okay, I get to draw a card from the Scroll Thief.
Drop to 18. That's a very nice Merfolk.
But I miss a land drop, so I'm going to now pass the turn to you, sir.
It's okay. You're sitting pretty there. Yep, I'm going to tap my tokens. Token tapping. All right. Oops. I do get that mound. That mountain.
You're winning the mana race.
At this point, I'm just going to attack with my Manache.
Okay, so go to damage.
Go to damage.
No shenanigans?
No shenanigans.
Okay, I'm down to 15.
Okay, I'm going to tap 2, a red and a red, for a Goblin War Driver.
Ooh.
And then I'm going to tap 2, a red and a red, for a Goblin Tunneler, who actually only needs a 1 red and 1 of anything. He's a 1/1, not all great, but I can tap him, and target creature with power 2 or less can't be blocked this turn.
Ooh, okay.
He's like, your tunnel is built, sir. Because he's a British Goblin, and I pass to you.
Okay. Interesting. Interesting. I'm going to move to combat.
Okay.
So that's 2/2.
That's 2/2.
That's a 1/1, 1/1.
1/1.
I'm going to just swing in with Scroll Thief.
I am going to...
Now keep in mind he is a 2/4
2/4.
because of the Regery.
You get your card again.
Draw a card?
This is what's going to kill me this game. Not the 2 damage, but the you drawing cards and having answers.
Okay. Now, I'm going to pay 3. Nope, I'm not. This is okay. This is kind of a risk, sadly, because I still have a land. I'm gonna tap 1 island, and I'm gonna cast Aquatex Will, which we saw before, and put a flood counter on there. Now, this is a tribal sorcery, so it's a Merfolk card, which means I can now tap or untap target permanent. So I'm going to untap
I'm just going to
the Scroll Thief. Oh, yes, sorry. You can use... Here,
I tossed it away.
This is the official flood counter. Or what's it called? A flood counter?
Yes, I believe it's called a flood counter.
Flood counter. Okay. And then I get to draw a card because I do control Merfolk. Now, I really...
That's value for 1. You gotta make stuff unblockable, untap, and
well, if they have Island Walk.
Well, you create an island.
And I get to draw a card.
I mean, I have no way to
and
sacrifice.
I'm going to play the island, which I just drew.
See, like I said, it's your card drawing that's going to kill me.
Okay, now, I'm going to then... I'm going to pay 3 and cast Merfolk Sovereign. Other Merfolk creatures you control get +1/+1. So now this gets +2/+2. These both get +1/+1 because now they're affecting each other. Yeah. And I can tap it. Target creature can't be blocked this turn. This triggers whenever you cast a Merfolk spell, you may tap or untap target permanent. I'm going to untap my island. And I'm going to pass the turn to you now.
You have a 1 mana costed combat trick that lets you target creature get +0/+2, and they creatures don't untap or something like that?
I instantly, when I untapped this land, I could see him look up and I saw the wheels turning and he was going through the deck list you memorized this deck list. You do know this deck list better than I do.
I know what to expect with blue. It was all like, yeah, that's going to be there. Of course you're going to have some of that. What I'm surprised by is the actual nice, synergy amongst the creatures.
Yeah, and it's a bit of a beefy board now because of the +1/+1s going through here. So,
speaking of the +1/+1s, so I'm going to tap him to target creature with power 2 or less can't be blocked. My Goblin Warden cannot be blocked.
Okay.
So, and then I am going to attack. So they're 2/1, 2/1, 4/2 Manache and 2/2. Just a 2/2.
Okay, so now I actually have to consider blocking some stuff and risk losing some other things. So it just, they get +1/+0?
+1/+0, yeah. So they're just 2/1s.
Okay, I'm going to probably end up throwing her away by but there and there, and that's got menace. That one's unblockable.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's my blocks.
Okay. So, all right. That's that.
Move to damage?
Move the damage.
Okay, so these both live. Those both die. And I'm going to take 4, 5, 6. This is other creatures, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so 6 damage. So I'm down to 9.
Nice. Tap 2 for another Goblin War Driver.
Okay,
And pass to you.
pass to me. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. Okay, I'm going to tap 1 and cast Aquatic's Will, and I'm going to put a flood counter on that there.
Yep.
I'm going to draw a card. It's a Merfolk card, even though it's tribal, so I'm going to use it to untap this island. And then draw.
That is such value for 1 blue mana.
Move the combat.
Yep.
Swing in the Scroll Thief.
Take 3 damage.
Take 3 damage. And I draw a card.
13.
Play an island. I'm going to tap 2 blue, and cast Merfolk Looter. It's a Merfolk card. It's a 1/1. I can tap it, draw a card, then discard a card. This triggers, so I untap target permanent. I'm going to untap this land. Then I'm going to
You just
tap
some value town.
I'm going to tap 4, and I'm going to cast Master of Waves. It's a Merfolk creature. This time, though, I'm going to untap Scroll Thief. Master of Waves is a 2/1. It's got protection from red. Elemental creatures you control get +1/+1. When Master of Wave enters the battlefield, create a number of 0/1 blue elemental creature tokens equal to the devotion to blue. So my devotion to blue is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they don't give you 6 elemental tokens.
Why would they? You're talking cardboard here, man. That stuff ain't cheap.
So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. They're all getting +1/+1. So these are all 2/1 elemental creatures. And with that, I'm going to pass the turn to you.
Don't worry, I have a card here. I'm pretty sure that bounces all your creatures too.
I still think I could lose this game.
I played a Blighted Gorge. I can tap it to add colors to my mana pool. I can tap 4 and a red and tap this to sacrifice it. Deal 2 damage to target creature or player. Yeah. Now, your Merfolk is a 3/3 or a 4/3?
Yes.
Yeah, so even if I wanted to go that route.
We were talking about a card that's in Travis's deck before we started playing. I think we actually mentioned it a couple times, Ghostfire, which is...
We played it last time.
Oh, you did play it last time. Yeah, that's right. So now, because that's colorless, that is something, for example, that's put into that deck because it can then deal with Master of Waves, which there's protection of red. That is literally the only reason why I can think they put Ghostfire in that particular deck. So
I feel like I've lost this game, so I'm just going to tap to make him unblockable, because I can't make him unblockable, but I can. He has Menace. Okay. So I'm going to attack that route. So they will trigger each other at least, and they'll both trigger him. Okay. So he's a 5/2 with Menace, and they're 3/2s.
And this is the one that's unblockable.
Yes.
What I'm worried about is brute strength, which is, for anyone wondering why I'm humming and hawing about this so much, is because brute strength, he's got all his mana up. I'm also worried a little bit about burn, so I know I'm going to have to take this damage, and there's nothing I can do about it. But I'm worried about trample coming through, which is why it looks like I'm going to be throwing away some of my elementals. But I'm actually going to do it this way, because he's got protection of red, so I know he's going to survive unless you have Ghostfire, which is entirely possible. But he is now a 4/3, So 3, that's blocking the 3. This is a 3/3. So this is how I'm going to block. This is blocks locked in. Blocks locked in. Tricks may now be tricked.
Yeah, I will trick that.
Okay.
Brute strength there. So he's going to get +3, +1, and trample. So I get to assign 6 damage.
Yes. Oh no, you get to assign 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 damage in total.
Right, because 8.
Yeah.
And they're 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 4, 2, 5.
Yes.
2, 5.
So that would be 8. So you could wipe all these guys out.
Then I'll wipe all those guys out. So.
Okay.
But he will still die. He's not
Yes, he will still die. Yes. Yeah. You wiped out most of my. I'm going to actually exchange these 2 elementals. There we go.
No. Those were clearly unlucky, guys. My warrior does die.
Now he can assign his damage to the Merfolk looter.
Which he will.
Okay. So the Merfolk looter dies. So
then red.
Oh, and as well too, I take 3, so I'm down to 6.
Yes. Red. And that to cast for 1, 2, 3, 4, the Goblin Goon. Goblin Mutant. He cannot attack unless I control more creatures than defending player, which could have possibly happened in this game, but not now. He also cannot block, not that it matters, unless I control more creatures. But he's a goblin, which will come into effect. He can't. Well, I can't block you guys anyway.
Okay.
Unless I can destroy 2 lands that aren't that one.
Okay.
And then do your worst, man.
So it's my turn.
I'm empty here.
You're at 13, correct?
I'm at 13.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
I'm just taking a quick look here, just to make sure that I'm not missing something. Okay. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
Are they Merfolk? Why are they getting...
These are elementals.
So they're only...
So they're getting +1/+1.
Yeah.
So there are 2 1s, 2 1s, 2 1s.
2 1s.
So 2, 4, 6.
Yeah.
7, 8, 9, 10, because he's being affected by both of these. 11, 12, 13, being affected by this. And then 14, 15, 16. Okay, so move to combat. And you said he can't block unless you control more creatures than I
also have 2 islands, and you have Island Walk, don't you?
Oh, well, some...
No, you have to give
I don't think anything's got Island Walk yet.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just going to swing in with everything.
Yeah. No, that's 15, 17?
16.
16.
So it's going to be a third and deciding game. What was the...
It was not Goblin Grenades. That's all that matters.
Okay.
I mean...
So that... Okay, it was nice. See, I'm really enjoying the fact that we're doing best 2 out of 3s, because otherwise you wouldn't really have got to see the Merfolk deck do its thing. So now, regardless of what happens in the next game, we've seen both decks do quite well.
You did what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to have lords that pump my little guys and go forth.
It was insane getting, like, I think those are the only 3 lords that are in this deck that can give everything, all the Merfolk or whatever, +1/+1. So this wasn't even Merfolk, it was for elementals, but still.
Yeah.
So we're going to shuffle up. And through the magic of editing, the next game will begin right away. And here we are back in the third and deciding game.
Game 3.
Of Merfolk versus Goblins. Mana Cave Edition.
It's been hardcore.
Travis, I will allow you to show your opening hand first, as we do traditionally.
As you can see, it's very similar to what I've had before. And that, again, not great, but stuff to do, so I'm going to stick with it. Yeah, Ed can show his stuff.
Okay. So this is not the strongest opening hand I think I've had, but it's certainly not a bad one. Can move my thumb so you guys can actually see the stuff. So yeah, so we're going to see how this works out for us, and a lot of familiar faces you may notice, and some might be new, but we're going to see how it goes. And now, Travis, because you lost the last game, you get to kick things off for us.
I'm going to draw, though. So I'll kick things off with that same old green mountain.
Oh.
And I'll pass you.
Oh, I thought for sure there was going to be a turn 1 play there.
No, I need Goblin Sacrifice for Goblin Grenade.
Oh, Goblin Grenade. I hate that spell so much. I'm going to play an island.
Everyone talks about...
I'm just going to play 1 island. I'm not going to just dump 2 down at once.
People mention that Lightning Bolt, OP. I think Goblin Grenade is actually very OP. Especially when you get it going.
It's sorcery speed.
It is.
But it's also cost me several games against you with your Goblin deck. So I'm actually I think I hate them both equally. Lightning Bolt and Goblin Grenade. I'm actually going to tap this island.
Oh boy.
And I'm going to cast Tidal Warrior. It's a 1/1. We've seen it before. I can tap it to make Target land becomes an island. Just read the card, Ed. Don't try to like, freestyle it. Target land becomes an island till end of turn by tap. Your turn. Aggro, blue.
So playing another grassy, but not the same grassy mountain. Tapping 2 for a familiar Goblin Tunneler.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay, not that I'm happy to see that, but it could have been much worse for 2 red. So.
And yeah, let's pass back to you.
What's the name of the guy that double strike and she just start throwing goblins out like they're
doing Goblin Berserk?
Confetti?
He's not called a Goblin, but yeah, he's the dude. He's the dude.
He's the dude. And that's a 1/1.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm going to play an island, and I'm going to pass the turn to you.
Slow starting.
Stalemate.
Dropping on the mountain, tapping 3 for everyone's favorite guy about to end up in the graveyard. The Bogart Brute. Read 2 with Menace.
I don't know if he's going to end up in the graveyard. He's not going to end up in the graveyard.
Okay.
That resolves.
I'm not going to attack with my 1/1. I'll save him for bigger, better things. I'll just pass 2.
Okay.
Bigger,
I was
better,
going to untap stuff, but I don't have anything to untap. Let's see here. I'm going to play a Blighted Cataract. And I'm going to tap for 3 and bring out Scroll Thief, which we saw before. So I can tap it. No, that's different. That's Merfolk Looter that I'm thinking of. So combat damage, I get to draw a card. To a player, I get to draw a card. Your turn.
Draw.
It's hard getting out of the habit of reading off the entire card because we do that so often when we're just playing one-ofs, but now that we're trying to speed things up for the third and final game of the match, I should say.
Drop the mountain. I'll attack with my Bogart Brute, and only my Bogart Brute.
No blocks.
No blocks. Okay.
Move damage.
Sure.
17.
Okay. I'm gonna tap for 3 to play my Goblin Chieftain, who I could have.
You've got haste, dude.
I know, but you also have 2 blockers who could have killed him if you attacked, and I'm not going to give away any more of my strategy. He has haste, and I could even give him +1, but I wanted mana up for other reasons. He is a Goblin Lord, so other goblins I get. So he's now a 2/2. He's a 4/3.
Yeah.
Get +1/+1 and have haste. So all my goblins now have haste, as long as he's out. And I pass 2.
Okay, well, that could be bad for me. Okay, I'm going to play an island. I don't like this at all. Not a fan, Travis. I'm not a fan.
Well, much like you, he's only a 1 of in this deck. Because, yeah, make a goblin deck, but only put 1 Goblin Chieftain in. That makes sense.
Okay, I'm going to tap 3 and cast Merfolk Sovereign. So other Merfolk creatures get +1/+1.
The Lords are out. Target Merfolk can't be blocked.
Oh, yeah. And I'm going to go ahead and swing in a Scroll Thief, which is now a 2/4.
I'm not going to block, so you can get a card.
Okay, so I get to draw.
Drop to 18.
Okay, I'm going to pay 1 for Aquatex Will on your mountain there.
I hate that.
So I do have Merfolk, so I get to draw a card.
Do not like my mountains. Being aqua anything. Aquatex, Aqueducts.
And I'm going to pass the turn to you now, sir.
Okay.
It's going to be interesting. I think you're ahead now, but...
Okay. I'm tapping 3 to cast Hordling Outburst. Create 3 1/1 Goblin creature tokens.
Wasn't what I was expecting, but it's even worse than I hoped it would be.
It's even better than what I hoped it would be.
Did you just draw that?
Yeah. So I am going to tap him to make him unblockable.
Okay, that makes sense.
And then I'm going to attack with all.
Right. Well, I'm in bad shape. No, he's not attacking?
Oh, sorry, yes.
Okay.
He doesn't have vigilance or nothing. He's just...
Okay. Well, I'm going to block and block.
Okay.
Damage. These all trade, sadly. So now I lose my Lord ability, and I'm taking 2,
6, 8. 2, 6, 8.
6.
Because he's 4, so 2... Like a total of 8.
Oh god, I thought it was like 2 from him, 6 from him. Was like, I really miscalculated what I should have done there. No. Okay, so 8 in total. So I'm down to 9. So yeah, definitely not looking good for me.
Okay.
I was so confused and worried there for a second. Not that I'm like happy now, but...
And then I'm going to play my Forgotten Cave, which enters the battlefield tapped. And then I'll tap 2, pass 2.
Okay. Oh. Okay, I'm going to play an island. I'm torn between swinging to draw a card or keeping it up as a blocker.
It's tough because you know I card so hard.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm going to tap 1 blue and do the will and put...
and draw a whole bunch of stuff and tap
just
something.
Just draw a card.
Just drawing?
Just drawing a card. I'm going to swing him Scroll Thief. So you take 1. I'm going to draw a card.
Which is super important. Down to 17.
I'll pass turn to you. I really need to draw something.
So 2/2, 2/2, 4/2, 2/2.
Okay. Tap 4 and cast Engulf the Shores. Turn to their owner's hands.
That's an instant too?
Oh yeah, all creatures with toughness less than or equal to the number of lands. I control 4. So if you have a way to pump one of them so that their toughness goes above 4.
Return to owner's hands.
All creatures with toughness less than or equal to the number of islands I control. So 4.
So toughness 4?
Yes.
Yeah, I can waste something here. So 4 or less. So I have to pump somebody to 5, right?
To 5, yeah. And keep in mind, if he goes back as well too, it's not going to change anything. But if he goes back, then they'll all be -1/-1 as well too. Not -1. They'll lose their +1/+1.
Yeah. Well, it wouldn't matter because if he goes back, they all go back. Everything's going back.
Yeah.
So I'm just not going to waste anything at this point.
Okay. So everything goes back to the hands.
Oh, that's brutal.
That I think was saving it for the right occasion. I think I used it a bit too early before. I might have actually still ended up using it a bit too early, but I think I did okay.
1, 2, 3 to recast Goblin Chieftain.
Okay.
And then 1, 2 to recast Goblin Goblin Tunneler.
Okay.
That's just not cool.
It's so not cool. It's not cool, man.
That's not cool.
My turn.
Back to.
Okay.
For whatever reason, I didn't think that one was an instant.
Gonna cast an island. Cast it? Hell, I'm just gonna play it. I'm not even gonna try to cast it. Gonna tap 3 to bring the Scroll Thief back. I'm going to then tap another 3 and bring out Cold Eye Selkie. I believe that's pronunciation. I could be wrong. We haven't seen him before or her before. It is a Merfolk rogue creature of 1/1. It's got Island Walk. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, you may draw that many cards. Tapped out. I'm going to pass the turn to you, sir.
Oakley.
Still think, even though I was able to pull off that sneaky trick, I still think I'm on the back heel on this one.
So tapping 3 for the Bogart Brute.
Okay.
3/2 menace. With,
Gains haste.
Gains haste.
And +1/+1.
So I am going to attack with everything.
With everything.
With everything. So he requires 2 blockers. He's a 2/2. He's a 2/2.
Travis, did you get me here?
No, but next round.
Okay, so there's been an edit there, I can almost guarantee you. But what I'm thinking is I'm thinking brute strength. That's +3/+1 trample. So I'm taking a longer, not that you guys will see it because we'll edit it out, but I'm taking a longer than usual time to assign blockage to make sure that I don't mess this up and die instantly, and I can buy myself one more round. It may not save me, but I'm hoping to save myself from one more round. I either have to block both of these or just this. And I think it's going to do 4, 5, 6, 7. That would put me down to 2. One of these creatures would live, most likely. The other one would die. I don't think I have any choice. That's basically the way I'm going to end up having to do it. So I'm going to block like this. And if I'm proven wrong and I'm dead this turn, then at least we got 3 games out of this. So
no, I am going to tap 2 for brute strength.
Brute strength.
Yeah,
okay.
so I'm going to cast it here because that makes the most sense. I mean, right now he's going to live.
Yes.
And I want him to die.
Okay, no, that makes sense. That makes perfect sense.
So he becomes a 5/3.
Yes.
So he's going to live.
I'm going to die. I'm going to take 2,
4, 6.
6. Okay. So that, I mean, my life total works out a bit better, but I do lose one of these creatures.
Both of them.
I take 6.
How does he not die?
Oh, sorry, I do both of these creatures. But as before, I was losing 1. I was hoping to only lose 1, but now I'm going to lose both. I'm down to 3 from 6 because I took 6 from 9. So my life total is 1 higher than I expected it to be, but I'm down 1 extra creature. How many cards do you have left in hand?
I have 2 left in hand.
Okay. I don't think this is going to matter. I'm going to play an island. Now, I'm assuming you have at least 1 goblin left in your hand.
But if you bounce whatever him, you want to haste.
Then they don't. Yeah, they don't have haste, and they're not going to have +1/+1s.
Yep.
Okay. Well, the easy thing to know what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to do claustrophobia on him.
Yeah.
So he's going to be tapped. Once again, though, that may not make any difference if you have another goblin in hand, which I'm fairly certain you do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tap 3 more and then cast Merfolk Wayfinder. It's a 1/2 with flying. And when it enters the battlefield, reveal the top 3 cards of your library. Put all island cards revealed this way into your hand and the rest in the bottom of your library in any order. This is actually very bad for me. I don't want to do this. Essence Scatter, Island, and Aquatex Will. So I'm going to put the island in my hand and the rest on the bottom of my library in any order. I really didn't want that for its ability. I wanted that for a blocker. And Travis?
Yep.
I accept my fate. I pass the turn to you now, sir.
Okay. Untap. Sure.
If he has any goblin, he wins.
I drew a goblin.
Oh.
So it's the raise run and we saw him the first game, so I can even pump him too, but I'll just...
Yeah, that'll do it. Good game, Travis. Good game.
Had 2 goblins in
Did
hand.
you?
With haste.
I was...
So even if you...
Oh my... You know how frustrating that would have been? It's
yes.
like I actually got to bounce him.
What I wanted to do, and I would have... If I drew a mountain, I could have Goblin Charbelchered. I've never used Goblin Charbelcher. It's in this deck. So it would have been 4 to cast, and if I had 3, I could have tapped it, and then I would have revealed cards on top of my hand until I revealed a land. And it would have dealt damage to...
Equal to the number of cards you revealed. Oh.
But what happens if I revealed one of those 2 non-mountain lands? You would have only taken 1 damage.
Yeah.
So I would have spent all my mana, even if I did draw the mountain, and you would have lived. So I'm like, I want to be flashy and try something I've never done before, because I've never played Goblin Charbelcher. But I'm like, no, just win.
And that's the type of fun card that I actually like trying to build decks around and stuff. It's I would have liked to have seen that. I would have actually enjoyed dying to.
Well, we should just see. Well, I didn't get the land anyway, so I could.
I was going to check my top card. Yeah. If you want to check to see what Charbelcher would have done for you, nothing.
I didn't win the land to do it.
Oh, okay.
1 more land. So if I drew that instead of him, I would have been able to cast Goblin. You know, if we were 1 card away.
You would have been able to cast him, and now you would have.
Well, would have done 2 damage.
To me.
No, because it's still 1 card.
What?
Charbelcher deals damage equal to the number of cards revealed this way. So it would have been 1. target creature or player. If the land revealed was mountain, it deals twice that damage. So it would have 2 damage.
Oh, see, I was thinking that it only deals damage based on the non-land cards.
No.
Oh, no, yeah. Charbuncher deals damage equal to the number of non-land cards revealed this way. So that would have done nothing. Yeah. So,
except cost me a
but
turn.
But in this deck, normally, given the fact that it's pretty much all mountains, the only way it wouldn't have done double damage is if it was one of the...
That will be going in the commander deck I'm building, because there will be a lot of mountains in that deck.
The top card... Was that the top card? No, okay. So the top card of this, I was curious, would have been... Oh, no, that wouldn't have really helped. I was actually very surprised at this card. The Regery, I thought was an all-star. I would probably put 4 into this deck. If you're going to alter this deck, I would probably put 4.
Don't start with that.
I thought it was useful because it's tap or untap target permanent, which means you can basically cast and then untap some of that land. So this was a surprisingly good card in this deck.
Especially because there were some times when I'd flunged, essentially. So I didn't care if something was tapped or not, but you can untap your land and get untap a creature.
It was also so frustrating near the end because I had 2 copies of Claustrophobia in, and I got the second copy right after you cast the creature that gives all your creatures haste. So it's like, well, I can tap him down, but it's not gonna remove the +1/+1. It's not gonna stop him from giving them haste.
Yeah.
I could tap down the 1/1 that makes them unblockable, but at that point, I was really not worried about that card.
It shuts down Krenko.
It does, and that's
time.
That was the thing. I was thinking, oh, this is gonna be great because I'm gonna have it for your more insane ones. But you just had a solid board that just came in and started chipping away.
And I kind of wished you would tap down Krenko, which you did, and then I could have found a Goblin Grenade. there's your scared Goblin. I'm gonna blow him up anyway. But
like we've played a few of the dual decks now. Now, granted, I don't think we ever did best 2 out of 3s with them, but I did find these to be
balanced.
And,
well, I think the professor, he did a review and he said they were balanced, but they were repetitive. The games, like if we played 10, I'm sure they'd be fine a little repetitive.
But isn't that the same for literally any 2 decks?
Any game of Magic can be very repetitive.
Yeah, sometimes. If you're playing 2 of the same decks over and over again, it's going to be repetitive, right?
Yeah, except for Commander, where it's all. That's why Commander's fun. It's just crazy.
Yeah, Commander's fun because you get to see. It's almost like a different experience. Though decks that are built from a lot of the time with theme in mind and stuff like that, there's still going to be similar feels to each of the games.
Yeah.
But I mean, I can completely understand his point, but I think it can be said for any
redundant
sort of
statement, in my opinion. Yeah, you can play any but no, this is good, and it turned out to be a very fun couple of games. I'm not just saying it because I won.
Yeah, well, no, it was fun. It was less frustrating than 1v1 Commander. Though, speaking of which, we are going to be doing another 1v1 Commander. We're going to be doing the Feline Ferocity or something, I think the one's called, and then was it Dragon something or other. But we're going to be doing the Cats versus Dragons coming up. A friend of ours, neither of us own the Cat deck, but a friend of ours does. We're going to borrow it from him. I own the Dragon deck, so we're going to see how that goes. And I also want to play with you on the Mana Cave at one point. I want to play a game called Dark Dealings. And this is a game that was funded through Kickstarter. I actually have worked with the person who did the artwork on this as well, too. Really? So I've been wanting to try this out for a while. I've had this for a while, and I figured we could try this on the Mana Cave. And then I know people have been asking about the Planeswalker deck showdowns and stuff.
We got to wait for them to come out, essentially.
Yeah, we got to wait for more to come out. We may do some to sort of, do a couple of extra Mana Cave since people seem to enjoy them so much. Maybe we'll do either a loser bracket one or just a couple of random ones. We'll pick 2 at random and face off against
Keep making suggestions in the comments about what you'd like to see. Because, you may be like, I want to see a Merfolk deck versus...
Because this is one of the things skeletons. As well, too. I think we both talked about this. I was actually getting kind of worried, are we doing the Planeswalker decks into the ground at this point? Like, are people getting sick of them? And it seems exactly the opposite at this point. Yeah. So while it's not always going to be Planeswalker decks, we are definitely going to be doing. As long as you guys enjoy them, we're gonna keep doing them. So.
I hope you like these ones because these are at $20. This is a very good
$20 Canadian.
Canadian. Well, that's what I picked up. Yeah, because I'm a savvy buyer. But when you buy a $17 Canadian dual deck, a $17 Planeswalker deck, you don't get something you can play with somebody. You have to, and if you go to a Friday Night Magic with that deck, you're going to get frustrated. Yeah. But this, you can pay $20, $25, whatever it costs you, and you can play with a friend, and it's
for a good way to get people starting out, and we know from the comments section a lot of you guys are starting out. Yeah. I think this is a sound investment. Yeah. So.
Not that we're reviewing it, but.
No, not that we're reviewing it.
2 thumbs up for me, and I'm not just saying that because it's Goblins.
Yes. And then.
And because I won.
As well, too, I'm not sure when this is going to be released, but. There is going to be a special thank you video to you guys, or a token of my appreciation video, where we're going to be giving something away to say thank you for hitting 1,000 subscribers, even though we're far closer to 2,000 now.
1,700.
But that's something that got delayed a bit, but it is going to be coming out either just before or just after this particular video. So if it's come out now, I will have linked it somewhere up above, and if not, then be sure to check that out very, very soon.
We're making a really long video very long here. So.
Yeah, we always do that. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you all again next time.